From the frozen vaults of Cold War secrecy, a new cache of documents has surfaced. KGB files brought to light by investigative journalist George Knapp, detailing the Soviet Union's quiet obsession with unidentified flying objects. Long rumored and often dismissed, these records hint at structured programs, military encounters, and scientific inquiries that unfolded behind the Iron Curtain, far from Western scrutiny. The files reference initiatives like Setka-AN and other lesser-known Soviet research efforts. Projects tasked with cataloging sightings, analyzing anomalous materials, and determining whether these aerial enigmas represented foreign adversaries or something far less terrestrial. Pilots reported luminous craft pacing military jets. Radar operators tracked objects performing impossible maneuvers, and intelligence officers documented it all with the same gravity reserved for nuclear threats. Were these programs born of paranoia in a superpower standoff, or did Soviet investigators uncover phenomena that defied explanation? As newly released materials add fuel to a decades-old mystery, the question remains, what did the KGB really know? This case file, join the theorists as we decode the dossiers and probe the programs in the KGB UFO files.
Welcome to Alien Theorists Theorizing Case File 369. Damn thing's fine. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan. And I'm Andrew.
And forget the Epstein files.
We're moving on.
Nothing to see there.
Hey, just like we're taking a page out of Trump's book, we're moving on to aliens.
Have you seen the stock market?
Yeah, the Dow's up 50,000 points.
We're moving on.
We're done talking about Epstein.
We're
the
on
Dow
aliens.
is up. We're back to aliens.
Obama told us they're real.
Obama comes out with like a ton. I thought, did you guys see that Obama interview?
No.
Well, I watched the highlight of it.
I thought it was nothing. It was like, he was like tongue in cheek talking about aliens. And then Trump's like, he's like, he released classified information.
He said aliens exist.
I was like, what? I was like, I didn't think he released any info in that. And then
Obama confirmed that aliens exist.
Well, he didn't really.
Yes, he did. He said it. His exact words. He said aliens exist.
That's the version I heard.
I feel like context is important here. What happened? But
still said
if we don't. So he had an interview with a podcaster, Brian Tyler Cohen. I'm not sure. I've never heard of him, but I don't know.
Sounds like a serial killer.
Well, he's got pull enough to put Obama on there, I guess.
Yeah, but so did
I
Mark
guess they were having a like a rapid fire kind of question session.
Yeah.
And he asked them, of course, everyone who gets the president on their podcast you got to ask, are aliens real? And Obama just kind of gave him like pretty quick question. It's what he responded with. And like, yeah, he said like, they're real. He said he hadn't personally seen them. And he said that they're not, he kind of dismissed the claims that they're being held at Area 51 or secret underground facilities.
It's Area 52.
That launched off a huge, media
shitstorm
bombshell. Yeah. Everybody's saying, oh, he said it's real. He said it's real. And so much so that Obama had to actually put out a clarification like the next week, after the entire like social media avalanche that followed, that he set off, and saying that what he was trying to say is that like statistically, given the immense size of the universe, that's the way he phrased it in the thing. When I listened to it, and I think Braden kind of was trying to say is that when you listen to it, he's like, no, statistically, like you can't believe that they're not real.
I didn't honestly. We've had other presidents say what I felt is more like interesting shit about aliens than what Obama said in that interview. What the funniest thing is that Trump come out and be like, he's in trouble now. He's not allowed to be talking about classified information.
Maybe I'll help him out and disclose some stuff.
And then he's like, and then they're like, whoa, what do you mean? What did he talk about? And he's like, he's like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to, I'm going to have them release everything to do about the UFO
he put
files.
a tweet. Trump put a tweet on his official account saying that he was directing government agencies to release any files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomenon, and unidentified flying objects, and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters.
He sent them right to us, actually, and that's the files we're actually talking about tonight. We're the first to bring them to you.
No, we got those from our friend of the show, George.
We should have prepped
straight out of his bag.
Dude, some of the Twitter photos of like, they're like, oh, I got my hands on they were doing like the fake press. Like, remember when they gave all the podcasters the fucking Epstein files? And they're doing that. They're like the UFO files and they're flipping through them. And it's scenescapes with just black, big redacted things all in the sky. I was like, that's funny. That's great. But yeah, people are like, hey, is that just a big, was
it's a
Obama
distraction,
just teeing him up to help him out with the distraction or get him off the Epstein files? Maybe. But hey,
or maybe he was getting him back for that fucking picture he shared at the end of his video. Of him and Michelle. It's insane.
No, I like Dan's version of this. They just fell out of George Knapp's briefcase. We've been sitting on it for 7 years.
His leather satchel that he had.
We've been sitting on these for 7 years. Right? George Knapp just lost him at Alien Con. We've just been waiting for the right moment.
Nobody missed the Trump Obama thing, but people might have missed what they released it. Actually, what I think it is actually it's a 70-page document that got put out, a couple of weeks ago. That is a translation of some Russian documents,
which is crazy because he could have legitimately been working on these at Alien Con, because we've talked at length about how fucking rattled he looked pulling documents, and maybe he was deciphering Russian right there at the table, and we were just eating the free buffet watching him decipher the Thread 3 collection.
That's why he was sweating so bad. There's some shit he's never heard about.
I remember
before.
What was it? Was it Hugh Newman, the ancient Giants guy? Yeah, came up. I just remember him going up to George Knapp and be like, "Hey man, like, are you okay?" And I was like,
George?
Is George Knapp like on the, I don't know. He's like on the ropes. Like,
we're all sitting, and for other context, you got to remember there's a fucking whole banquet room with like the who's who in the alien world, and it's our table is. We're watching Hugh Newman talk to George Knapp, and there's the three of us sitting at the other side eating fucking pasta noodles, like from
right
the buffet,
from George
just
Knapp.
watching, not even talking, just eating.
And yeah, so the files that came out or that were released to the public, I think they're part of a larger set of documents that Knapp actually brought with him during his testimony in September 2025, when they had like their whole whistleblower / UAP kind of like grilling from Congress. Like they had a bunch of number of whistleblowers and people coming out and talking about the UAP, UAP task force, declassification, disclosure, all that stuff. And then he was there. I read some of his like deposition that he did in front of Congress, which is kind of backing up some of this stuff. But yeah, these specific papers that we're talking about are what are alleged to be like KGB files that refer directly to the actions taken by the KGB and like their disposition towards UAP and UFO phenomenon.
And no knock on Knapp, but like these files that he himself smuggled out of Russia in 1993 are from the 70s to the 90s. 1993, like no knock on the guy. That's a long time to be sitting and trying to translate these things. It's only 76 papers. Like I was like, did he wait? And this finally he was like, oh fucking, you know what? I've had these been something.
Listen,
I'm gonna put him on Chat GPT here.
You know how fucking hard and long it would take to fucking use Duolingo for free and learn Russian? You know how many days you have to fucking practice that shit for? Like,
honestly,
you're not subscribing, you're not paying for it, so it's going to take you an extra fucking 3 years.
I like to think he did it old school like Sudoku, where he kind of figured out a word. He's like, okay, this is and. I know this is and. And he's like just slowly trying to figure it out till it makes sense.
He didn't learn
Fucking
Russian. He
Zodiac
had to decipher Russian for himself.
Yeah,
That's what
like
happened.
he still doesn't understand.
He wouldn't give them to anyone else.
No. He's like, no one will have the credit. Dude, that's a fucking long time. That's over 30 years.
Well, you think about
he was sitting on
so
these
you're
things.
pulling him out of the end of the Iron Curtain, right? What did it fall like 90? Was it 90s? 91?
Yeah, he said he got these. He smuggled these out in '93. So like, yeah, post-Soviet.
So he gets
Russia.
in there. The fucking Iron Curtain's fallen. The country's in shambles. No one knows what's going on. There's files everywhere. George Knapp's in there, just like tiptoeing around, stealing shit.
Yeah, stealing any loose leaf piece of paper.
So if you steal, like you get that out of Russia, you got to lay low for a while, right?
I would imagine so.
You got to lay low for 30 years, 33 years.
As you were, did he ever give it? I didn't see anything. Did he give any explanation on what the delay of letting anyone know he had these?
I don't think there's like a direct thing. Like I said, those came out with
You had to wait for the right people to die.
Right. Wait. Yeah. He had to probably wait till he's like, in front of Congress to drop the bomb that they had these.
This is he probably is making up some elaborate backstory to these files because he just stole them and he wants to make it look like he's.
Oh, that you know what that I could get on board with that.
Like he's making up a false backstory for them.
Are you questioning his fucking journalistic integrity, Zell?
I like the thought of him stealing them.
I would never.
Floppy disk.
I would never.
Floppy
disk.
Yeah, floppy
Hell
disk.
yeah.
So I got to picture it. Not
Dude, 76 pages of floppy disks. That'd be like 10,000 floppy disks.
Hell yeah.
What was a
That's
floppy
why it took
disk?
so
A floppy
long.
disk was like
It's
3.5
Soviet Union,
megabytes or
though.
something, wasn't
It's
it?
Soviet Union. I don't know if they had floppy disks. They probably had
They
punch
probably
cards
still
or
using
something.
floppy disk.
Yeah, they probably.
They
just
had
got them in
punch
certain
cards.
parts.
Miami Vice is #1 hit show.
They have like the bat computer like punch cards in Soviet Union. Like that's not, they don't have floppy disk. Like it's in those. So yeah, these translated documents kind of reveal the extent at which the USSR and to also some of the post-Soviet Russian Federation probed into actual UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, even though that the communist government had officially had the stance that the UFOs were a concoction of the warmongering American imperialists in 1953 is what they put out. Yeah.
It was labeled as American imperialist propaganda.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that later. So in the document, it's pretty interesting because it goes through this, a lot of this, which I didn't really know, like the evolution of the official investigatory like agencies or organizations that were responsible for looking into UAP. Like the USSR had commissioned several studies of UFOs, beginning with what was known as Network AN in 1979. Then you had Galaxy MD in 81 to 85, and then you had another one called Pluton 7 from 89 to 90, and then they had Thread 3, which specifically Thread 3 is like what this document is from. It's like from that investigation.
Pluton 7,
What
they
about-
peaked with Pluton 7. That was
Well,
That's
what about
pretty good.
Setka or whatever? Setka. I thought that was the first program. Setka? Setka.
Setka. Well, Setka-AN is Network AN. Like it translates into that. So Setka is the Setka-AN is also Network AN.
Yeah, you
like
were
they
reading.
correspond together. Yeah.
Network AN is George Knapp's translation from
Yeah.
He got that on year 27. I believe.
He's like Setka. He's like, that's Russian for network.
Which AN is usually interpreted to mean
And
an
AN
anomalous
translates
phenomenon
to AN
Russian.
in English.
Setka or Network AN started in 1978 after there were this wave of military sightings, which began with the 1977 Petrozavodsk phenomena, which we talked about
we have
before.
talked about that.
We
we've talked
definitely
about
did.
which was the jellyfish. I think that was the giant, the Soviet jellyfish.
That one, a massive 450-foot city block-sized craft resembling a jellyfish with glowing red-green lights hovered 300 feet above the city for an hour.
It turns out it didn't look like a jellyfish. It actually just was a fucking 400-foot jellyfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people witnessed
There's a
it.
kaiju.
Military airport
Russian
staff
kaiju.
Russian
shot
kaiju.
it.
We've been talking about these recently. Great Wall of China and stuff.
It split lights, it merged, and was joined by smaller craft before vanishing. It was.
You see, this is gonna go off on a tangent really quick. Did you guys see the reviews? One guy shaming us for being fucking CNN liberals, and then the next one was shaming us for being pro-Trump.
The same guy.
I was like,
They're like back to back. It was
back.
and the same case file.
I was like, whoa.
I'm like, what?
I was like,
Sometimes
we're
we
doing
live.
something right when we're pissing
You don't
off
even know
both
Trump's
sides.
policies. You fucking CNN liberal
true.
cucks or something
We've
like that.
actually
And then
got
the
a
next one's
couple-
like, you guys are way too pro-America.
We've actually got some like emails. Like someone went to the website and like I have to contact you guys to let them know my mind.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, some guy about fucking talking about Epstein or whatever, the Epstein files. Someone had to just inform us that they're a long-time Republican. But I was like, I'm pretty sure in the end we just said like, if you were in contact with Epstein post first arrest, you're suspicious.
100%.
Like that, at the
Not
very
to
minimum,
mention
it's a little suspicious.
if you claim that they didn't exist and they were a hoax, a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, and he never. I took the time to respond, and he
Thank
never
God.
responded back. So I think I might have
Yeah, you're too eloquent.
was too eloquent on it.
way
I should
too
just like fuck you.
You also said-
Dude, you were probably mega mind after being in the fucking sauna.
I think he
For
mean,
45 minutes, like
I
just
think he mean
primed?
Megamind.
Hey, that should be a new podcast. Is that not taken? Someone start that podcast.
Somebody, it's a, I don't know.
Anyways,
Copyright.
yeah,
Yeah.
50% copyright if you start it.
So the original Network AN was actually started as a joint effort between the Soviet Ministry of Defense, which it would be under, and then actual scientific bodies, which were under the Academy of Sciences in the USSR at the time. Now, their entire prerogative was to collect and centralize reports of anomalous aerial phenomenon and then determine whether sightings posed a national security threat. So whether they were, it could be foreign aircraft, missile tests, electronic warfare, etc. Separate natural technical explanations. You had things that they put forth, like, it could be meteors, it could be rocket launches, plasma effects, radar anomalies, and then kind of separate those from the truly unexplained cases. So if this sounds familiar and it sounds like a description, yes, this is almost the exact description of like
E-tip.
Project Grudge in Blue Book. So this is this is pretty much the USSR
Exact same
analog to that. It can, these two projects are pretty much the same thing, except I feel like this one is kind of more interesting because it seems like, in Project Grudge and Blue Book, like it was just like one guy, like, it was maybe like two guys driving around, with this one seemed to be kind of have a backing of the entire, Ministry of Defense and the actual bodies of science. Like it seems kind of an interesting comparison between the two.
It's interesting too when you look at this, because if you've Annie Jacobson has a book, Area 51.
Annie Jacobson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she really talks about like the Russians having these kind of crafts. And then when you see these reports, you would kind of be like, it doesn't sound like it. when you read this, it kind of blows her theory out of the water a bit, if this is to be believed, because you're like, they had no idea, like, based on their studies, like they had no idea what these things were either.
They've been
and
reverse
they
engineered
progressively get more interested in them.
with Operation Osavakin. They know everything that you hear is fucking. They're hiding it.
Yeah, it's the within this is kind of the, I guess, Network AN kind of set the groundwork for what would be like future like the future ones that would come after this, future projects that would come after that. So you had like military units were actually or reportedly instructed to log unusual aerial events. So it's like if you saw something, say something and write it down. But there was a lot of emphasis on the air defense context. So radar returns and pilot encounters, stuff that you actually see or had kind of physical evidence or of those things. And then you would have the scientific analysis of these, which leaned heavily towards, seemed to be, at least in from like further, future analysis that came through. They kind of lean towards atmospheric physics, aerospace engineering, and misidentification. So it's kind of again the same type of thing.
That's cover ups.
Of
No,
course,
it's, I kind of find it interesting because like when I look into it, like Network AN kind of starts and they're like, hey, we should log these things and maybe take a look at them. And then it's like, man, between 1978 and 1983, they had 700 reliable cases alone that were studied by Ministry of Defense, Academy of Sciences, and units like Military Unit 73790 that I have no idea what that means.
Just great names though.
Sounds
super
legit.
secret. Yeah.
Dude, if something's being researched by Military Unit MU 7390,
It sounds like they found Transformers or something.
Yeah.
but they're interested in this, and then it's like when Galaxy MD kind of fucking comes online, it seems like that program is like it's expanded data collection and like more detailed analysis of what's going on. Almost like they're like, hey, there might be something more to what's going on here. And then as it progresses into Pluton 7, that's where we're talking, like where Dan's talking, like then it focuses on the technical studies, atmospheric impacts, like, and then like also like gravitational effects and biological impacts of what these things are doing. And so, like, to me, it seems like a progress of like, hey, there's something here. Ooh, there might be something. And then it's like, now that we're getting more data on these things, like we should be looking into if they're affecting us. And it seems like kind of like a step up in the seriousness of their program.
Well, a lot of times, like you talk about some of the more popular ones that, like the jellyfish that we talked about, I forget the name, or like the one at that.
It's literally called the jellyfish.
The jellyfish.
shape.
But
Over
Dan
Nalchik?
Prosnishka or some shit.
Petrozavodsk.
The Petrozavodsk. There you go.
Perfect.
And like the Kazakhstan Pioneer Camp.
That one's
sighting.
fucking crazy.
But do you notice how like each one of these their main theories have how many fucking witnesses?
Yeah.
Like each one, it's like there's like a whole fucking village or a city that can attest to this type of stuff.
So you're
which is
talking
what
about
we're not
giant,
used to.
the giant black aliens in Kazakhstan. Okay,
Yeah.
June 27, 1979. Campsite witnesses, children and adults, saw a 10-foot slender black figure with pink shiny eyes. One was later seen sitting in a chair, and it was consistent with accounts from multiple witnesses years earlier, like in that area.
Yetis.
Fucking terrifying.
Slender Man?
Gigantic,
Is that Slender Man?
10-foot slender
Could be
black
Slender Man.
figures with pink shiny eyes.
Pink shiny eyes. That's a new one though. Pink shiny eyes.
Scary.
Sounds like the Enderman from Minecraft.
it totally
100%.
does.
100%.
100%.
That's hilarious.
Enderman from
My
Yeah.
kid would pop so hard with that reference.
That's 100% who that is. But like, that's a terrifying account, and they have like multiple years of multiple people seeing this thing in this area.
And these different projects, like Brayden just mentioned, Pluton 7. Even prior to that, you had Galaxy MD or Galactica MD, which is a pretty sweet name as well.
Awesome. Was that
Why do we
before or
get
after?
Project Blue Book or whatever, and they get all these fucking cool
I know, we
names?
just call it Blue Book or Grudge, like not as cool as these ones. Yeah, Pluton 7 sounds awesome. Like,
Great band
like,
name
that
too.
sounds
I'm
really good.
changing Lucky Monkey to Pluton 7.
That's a good. It sounds like some Duck Dodgers would fucking use.
But yeah, and they were concerned like not only with witness accounts, but Galaxy MD. They really took or concentrated on examining electromagnetic interference reports. So things like radar disruption, equipment malfunctions, these things, and they were really trying to assess whether these phenomena really represented advanced foreign aerospace tech or like presented an actual national security risk, that these things were, messing with their stuff, actual physically interfering with the technology to detect these kinds of phenomena. And so of course you'd be like, okay, like what's messing up our stuff? Like,
Dude, and
what's
they
going on
have
here?
so we had the Go Fast and the Tic Tac with Commander
And the
Fravor,
gimbal.
and the gimbal, kind of catching these things. They had pilot interest. One of theirs is pilots intercept 40 plus MiG chases. I don't know what that means. I think that's like 40 plus where they're chasing UFOs. UFOs evaded or retaliated. UFOs evaded or retaliated 40 times in these chases where their planes were chasing. 3 planes crashed, 2 pilots killed after firing upon UFOs, which with the death came a standing order: leave UFOs alone. They have incredible capacities for retaliation, and like that was a standing order after two pilots. Because they're like, no more fucking with them. They fucking destroy us. We have no idea what these things are.
Crazy.
So then you get to, the final iteration of or the most recent iteration that we know about, or at least contained within the documents that George Knapp put out, was Thread 3. So that was a continuation of the Setka efforts. And then this kind of persisted into late Soviet and then early Russian Federation period. And they maintained the reporting channels for anomalous airspace events. So a lot of those things, those reports are being collated from military personnel, science, astronomers and whatnot. This all kind of transitioned the work into the post-Soviet Russian defense scientific frameworks that they kind of have now, I guess. And
it's interesting because one of the things that Thread 3, when they say onward, it was one of the goals was to monitor Western UFO news, because they want kind of keep their finger on the pulse of what the U.S. might know. And we actually talked about it a while ago without knowing this information had come out about this, about like how the West is in a unique position because of the democracy, that we could have foreign interference of people coming and pushing our elected officials to want to release this information to the public. But really it's because other foreign agencies want to know what we have, right? And we're like a democracy is like uniquely positioned to like have that exposed. If enough of the public was swayed to vote for this information to be released, it should be released. Whereas like nothing's coming out of Russia. Nothing.
Well, not if you said George Knapp in there.
Yeah, George Knapp's in there with his fucking sticky fingers.
George Knapp is the hero we all need.
But there are some interesting tidbits and excerpts from the Thread 3 document. So it's about 70 pages is kind of the interesting bit that got released most recently. One of the ones is, okay, this is a quote, the working out of the specific, or this is on the, I guess this is stating on the nature of the actual problem. So this document kind of goes down a bit like what they're actually looking at. So the working out of the scientific problem of abnormal aerospace phenomena includes the ecological analysis of processes and their interaction with the environment. So, which is kind of interesting because you're like, why, right off the bat, they're trying to frame UFOs as like an ecological interaction problem. Like, why would you do that? like, I'm not sure. Is this something that you're hinting that these phenomena are natural, like they're atmospheric or something like that? Like that's what rather than extraterrestrial,
like Captain Planet type deal, like with our fucking powers combined, earth, wind, water, fire. Is that what you're
like? But I think this is interesting language there because it's. I mean, this is. I guess this would be kind of like boilerplate, them trying to hedge their bets, right? They're trying to say that like there is an explanation, there's got to be some kind of ecological explanation for what this stuff is and how we're unable to identify what it is,
This, I mean, well, it's
or maybe they just know they're coming from the water.
Science that we don't understand.
Well, and it seems like their sole focus is to get like, and I'm sure that's the US's and anyone who is taking this seriously and sees these things is like to get one and reverse engineer it. In these reports, like the Soviets even shared, the MiG is the MiG is their famous series of Soviet fighter jet or interceptors. And they actually shared, when the two got down, they shared that information with the US and shared photos with them of being like, this is what happened to us. Like, so there is a little bit of like crosstalk between the two countries, these two enemies, based upon that, like, there must be some kind of understanding that it's not either, like, it's not each other. If you're being like, hey, look at this, look at this, look what happened to us. You guys have any ideas? Like, can we share some information back and forth of like, have you guys experienced this?
Well, it's interesting because that way it's obviously not Chinese either, right? Because Russia would have fucking communicated with China as well.
Oh, 100%.
So they wouldn't even bother going to the States, right? So it's like, if it's not one of those three big superpowers, what the fuck is it? Aliens.
Well, I really think it's like all the, say it is like a UFO, extraterrestrial, interdimensional, whatever. Not us, not like our black projects and stuff. It's a science that they just don't know. It's like, what do they say? Like, isn't it like plasma science is the most misunderstood and least represented? It's like the fourth state of matter. We know it exists, but we don't really know much about it. We're trying to harness plasma for like fusion tech, like power and all this stuff. But most of the visible universe is produced by plasma, and we don't really know why.
Dude, listen, I've completely understand plasma.
Yeah,
you
got your plasma phases styled in.
I got my dude.
I got a plasma TV, man.
Me too. I got a plasma TV right above me.
It's probably not even plasma anymore. It's probably just LCD.
Fast motion, right? Fast motion, no motion blur on those sports. That's what I was told.
Yeah,
but it burns a picture in like a motherfucker. You leave that sucker on.
Yeah, don't leave that shit on pause, man.
You leave a plasma screen on the start on like the start menu of a video game, and that's all you see.
That motherfucker. You can't even.
I can remember getting screamed at about that.
Yeah, you like, turn it off. You're like, fuck. Yeah. Perfect image. Once you fell asleep with the fucking Shrek 2 menu, DVD menu on there.
That'd be best case scenario.
Dude, one of the ones, a couple of the cases I grabbed from this that popped in that I thought were cool. The one was referring to soldiers turned to stone in Siberia in 1989-1990. Troops shot down a low-flying saucer UFO. Upon grounding it, 5 short humanoids with large head, black eyes emerged. They merged into a bright spherical orb and emitted a flash that turned 23 soldiers into stone pillars. 2 survived that were shielded from the flash. The wreckage and the stone soldiers were taken to a Moscow secret lab for analysis.
Maybe that's the same thing that happened to the Terracotta Army. Dealing with the same fucking aliens.
Oh, could you imagine? That's what
they weren't terracotta at all.
They weren't terracotta. Hold on, isn't terracotta not stone? Like terracotta is like a pot, isn't it? Like
clay.
A pot.
It's clay.
Yeah. You're just turning them into pots, baby.
Well, they're just like our technology is advancing. Theirs did too. They went from terracotta to stone.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that's unlike anything we've heard in like alien abductions. Of all the alien abductions we've heard, like we've heard of people frozen and stuff, but like fucking that kind of like emit, and then you're just like Medusa'd instantly.
Yeah, it's crazy,
right? That's fucking wild.
The aliens have some kind of fusion ability where they fuse together and merge our. Powers combine with their powers combined.
Yeah. Wonder Twins.
That's what happened in Pompeii, boys. I'm telling you, one of these aliens fucking blew up a reactor. Wasn't the fucking? We're led to believe a volcano did that. I don't think so.
No way.
All right,
Not
give your
possible.
head a shake. Just think of this. Does that even make sense?
Possible.
Have you ever seen a volcano? Magma's just going to turn you to stone. I don't think so. Aliens, baby. It's fucking emitting balls of light, turning people to stone.
That makes sense. They could check.
Another one, abduction of Anatoly Malyshev, July 21st, 1975. Blagoveshenka, 18-year-old taken aboard a silver disc by 3 humanoids, including a chestnut-haired woman. He was flown to a starless planet 3 light years away. He was examined with detectors and a crown-like device. Aliens deemed him very strong nerves, mental facilities below average, and then returned him home. Mental faculties below average. See you later. Like you're like, that's my report. Sick. Thanks.
Take this guy back. He's retarded. We don't want him.
But it's like the chestnut hair, like we hear these like of these women aliens, right? So that one to me, I was like, when I read that one, I was
chestnut?
like, okay,
I thought they were like they had blonde, weren't they?
Just
like,
the fact
like
that it's a woman, like a
described
described woman. I was like, okay, we've seen stuff like that, right? The famous one, the one that we all pray for is the Antonio Villaboras abduction, but you know, those are few.
Is that the one, the guy
between.
that painted the fucking pictures?
No, that's sex jelly. Sex jelly.
Sex jelly, yeah.
Sex jelly.
Okay.
And he's like, I had the best time ever. He's like, I go out at night every day and hope they pick me back up. It's like, it was the best. I'll never experience a sexual encounter like that ever again. My life is terrible ever since. I will never be fulfilled. I have a fucking space kink now.
I can't get up to regular sex anymore.
Yeah.
I have to use
any girl that dates him, he's like, hey, you got to dress up. You got to fucking abduct me.
I want you to paint yourself green.
Yeah. You got to against my will. And he's like, no, you're not. It's just not the same. And there's a near miss nuclear launch at Usovo Missile Base, 1982 Ukraine. Multiple shape-shifting UFOs flooded the skies over a Soviet ICBM site for 4 hours. They were changing colors, speeds, and forms. Launch codes were mysteriously entered, activating missiles aimed at New York. World War III nearly triggered. Systems shut down when UFOs vanished.
This was in the Knapp files?
Yeah, Colonel Boris
Holy
Sokolov
fuck.
investigated and ruled out malfunctions. But I was like, again, this fucking nuclear, that is very much like ones like Maelstrom and other ones we've seen in the West. I'm like, okay, so it's like these things, you know, we always say it's like these things are only happening in the US. It's like, well, they're not. Now we have ones that are happening to another nuclear superpower that are having exactly the same kind of things, which makes you think that, is it happening in Iran? Is it happening in other countries?
We know that's happening in the Middle East. We got the Baghdad Phantom or whatever.
Well, you know what we need? We gotta buy George Knapp a ticket to China. That's what we're missing here.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Right to Beijing, right to the fucking, or is Beijing the capital? I have no idea actually.
Shanghai?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Beijing is the capital.
Of all of China? Beijing?
Yeah.
Beijing.
Send him to
That's where
Beijing. They
Olympics
got all
were.
the files there. Send Knapp in. Give him some Duolingo. He's going to come back with the truth.
Yeah, and hopefully he translates these ones before he passes away.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got AI. He can do it now.
Shit. It's going to be like a George R.R. Martin situation. We're all praying for the last book before he fucking dies. Get him out, man.
Yeah, Knapp's pushing it, isn't he? What is he? 70?
He's got to be
76?
76?
74. No.
He's not stopping.
73. Sorry, 73.
He's not going to stop though. You know, he's going to go right till if it's 80, if it's 80,
going.
if it's 85, if it's 100, he's going right till the end.
Yeah, him and Corbell like going. It's like,
Isn't Corbell like our age? Isn't he like fucking 40?
yeah. It's gonna be his. It's gonna be his.
He's probably younger than us, dude.
He might be actually. Does he have kids?
He's probably younger than us.
If he doesn't have kids, he's probably like 28. If he has kids, he's 60.
Yeah, it's like at the Knapp. It's been kind of strange watching.
He's older than
the
us.
entire.
He's almost 50.
I was gonna say he's like mid 40s.
Corbell?
That would have been my guess.
He was like working in S2 in 89, so I was like, there's no way he's younger than us.
Corbell wasn't working in S2.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking Lazar. No, Corbell's
Corbell's fucking. He's what, 47?
Yeah.
He's new to the scene.
It's strange seeing all of them out there. Like I said, the September one was like the last, I think the big one. I think Lou Elizondo was signed on for another one, disclosure to Congress, but it's like it's always fun seeing them kind of come out with all these tweets of getting frustrated about disclosure of the United States being like, they're holding stuff back. And I'm like, yeah, they're holding a lot of other stuff back too. But it's like frustrated about UFO files. And it's like, I don't know. There's some other stuff
more
going
important
on.
shit
There's some
going on
other
right now that needs to be
files maybe that we
disclosed, and
should
some
be getting
people need to
first.
go to fucking jail.
Yeah. Like kind of some other stuff that we kind of could be focusing on right now.
Put it on the back burner for a bit.
But
Let's
they
get
are
the pedos in jail.
But I guess, if it is some kind of, that they believe that it's some world changing, which they've been saying for years, and it's like, it's going to change the world. It's like, why don't you you had an NDA. It's just a piece of paper at this point. Like, why not just say it? Like,
Well, and that's the I mean, the biggest thing for me is like, that's where I think like the misinformation aspect comes of it. I think so much of this shit fed to like the Corbells and stuff is just misinformation. And they're just being used as useful idiots, like, and not that they want to be, they think they're reporting on good information, and like the Lou Elizondos and stuff, they're just getting bad info from insiders trying to muddy the waters of what's actually happening.
Didn't they shut down the To the Stars Academy with the what?
Remember when
they did.
To the Stars was like, that was the thing, that was it.
Yeah,
that's when we're getting the real shit,
and that was
grifters.
Yeah, it was a
huge grift.
Travis Barker?
No, it was
Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge, and he's like, he quits Blink-182, one of the most successful bands of all time, because
we got the medal.
We got the medal. We got
space
proof
medal
of the fucking aliens.
Yeah, a couple of pictures, a couple of videos.
After 4 or 5 years, he's like, "What the fuck am I doing?" He goes back to one of the most popular bands of all time. Now they're doing it again.
You go to the Stars Academy, their website. It's now like used for his clothing line. It's basically turned into fucking clothes.
This merch page.
Wasn't that famous Stars and Straps or something? Wasn't that?
That's Travis Barker.
Oh, Travis Barker's.
Yeah, no. You go to the Stars Academy, and it's literally fucking.
Really?
It's like shop collabs. Like it's.
I mean, it was the biggest grift in maybe this genre's history.
Yeah.
Do you think it was Tom DeLonge in on it?
Where's the fucking medals, Tom?
No, I really think Tom DeLonge, because he was, from all accounts, he was really into aliens and UFOs and this whole lore well before this
songs about aliens exist, man.
Right? And then I think they used his fame and success and his reach
for misinformation.
He got grifted. He got
grifted, and then he's realized it. Now he's like, well, I've been trying to recoup my money now, so I'm going to sell merch on this fucking thing.
Well, just do another fucking world tour. You're fine.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing great. They're getting millions of streams a day. He's making money, but.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Anyways, we got a couple more things to talk about. We got to take a short beer break, though. I've been crushing these IPAs, and I got to fucking take a piss. All right, we're going to be right back.
Go.
You're telling me you slept 8 hours straight last night?
Didn't wake up once. First time in like 8 years.
All right. What are these things?
They're called Sleepy Time Advanced Gummies from Moo.com.
So you just get high and go to sleep? THC's always made me weird, Nancy.
That's what I thought too. But it's not just THC, it's CBD and CBN too.
And it actually knocks you out?
Not like a pill where you feel drugged. It's more like your brain finally shuts up.
Wow. Nice. But what about the morning? Foggy, fuzzy, tired?
That's the thing. No grogginess. I wake up and I'm just awake.
And it's legal though?
100%. Totally federally legal, like 2018 Farm Bill legal.
Where do people get these?
Just search Sleepy Time Gummies on Mood.com and use the code ALIEN to get 20% off your first order.
Yeah, I need to try this. And if it doesn't work for me, can I get my money back?
Absolutely. They give you 100 days to try all their stuff.
Okay. I'm ordering these right now.
Do it and report back, good buddy.
Skincare experts and dermatologists have often touted the benefits of indoor humidity as essential for healthy, glowing skin. But did you know dry air can start to harm your skin in as little as 30 minutes? For years, many people have relied on humidifiers for better skin, sleep, and overall wellness. But traditional models, bulky, mold-prone, and difficult to maintain. That's where Canopy Humidifier comes in. Recommended by leading dermatologists, Canopy is a completely reimagined humidifier designed to elevate any space, offering the ultimate in skincare and wellness benefits. Canopy's clean moisture combats dryness, dullness, and fine lines while strengthening the skin's barrier and boosting the effectiveness of topical skincare products. With its sleek design, Canopy is the cleanest and easiest humidifier on the market. With its unique technology, cleaning is as easy as popping it in the dishwasher. Go to getcanopy.co to save $25 on your Canopy humidifier purchase today with Canopy's filter subscription. Even better, use code PODCAST at checkout to save an additional 10% off your Canopy purchase. Your skin will thank you.
We were talking about the Malyshev, and Anatoly Malyshev, his whole thing where he was very strong nerves, mental faculties below average, which I feel like is like sick burn. Like they're just like, you go to this
Sounds
whole
like my
planet
report card
with the triple threat there.
That kind of sucks. It's like you flew me how many light years? What did you say? 3 light years to some crazy planet, which apparently is internally lit. It has no sun, as Brayden said. There's no star.
Sun.
Yeah, they have an internal stuff, which is pretty rad. You're like, that's really cool. And you're going to show me all this cool stuff and fly me on your spaceship. And then you're going to tell me that I'm an idiot.
To be fair, though,
send me back.
Like, look at perspectives here. Like, we are idiots to them. Anybody would have been an idiot to them.
It's true.
Compared to what they're capable of, right?
We would be considered idiots to our own kind in a lot of ways.
I think it would be.
We are. Yeah. I read it in our reviews regularly.
Yeah. Andrew's a fucking moron.
Yeah. This episode is going to be like, you guys are a little too pro-Russia.
Yeah.
They're going to find something.
Well, they're going to say below average. And I would be like, well, average to you guys or average humans?
It's all relevant, buddy.
I also be like, how many humans have you abducted? It can't be that many.
Oh, that's fucking good. That was good. That's fucking good.
There could be some really funny stuff there. They'd just be like, I don't are just at below average of the people that you've abducted recently.
Yeah, what's the sample size here?
Why are you flying them so far away?
Questions.
Like, you know what I mean? Can't you do these tests on Earth?
Well, it can't be flying that far. It's physically impossible for any type of short trip. So it's got to be a wormhole or teleport, like fucking. What's Goku's move? Instantaneous transmission.
Instant teleportation.
Instant transmission.
Instant transmission.
That's what they're doing. Because there's no other way to get to the other side of the galaxy in a
you have to fold space and time.
Yeah, you have to fucking jump through it somehow.
Yeah.
Where's that Kyle Ken?
No, Kyle
Ken was when he touches his head. Though,
Kyle
right?
Ken is when is the multiplier.
Instant transmission is when he touches the head, but he learned that from the Yardats from after.
Isn't Goku the only guy who fucking knows that? Not even Whis knew that
because I think the rest of the
Dragon Ball Super
they all got like wiped out or something.
Didn't
I can't
learn from
remember.
King Kai?
Yeah, he's like the only one who knows that specific.
Well, King Kai taught him Kyle Ken.
Yeah,
times 1, times 2, times 3. Don't go past times 3, isn't it? Or you fucking buy yourself.
He's times 10 now.
Yeah, he's times 10.
It was times
died.
3 back then. Yeah, we could do times 10 now when he's in blue form. Yeah,
yeah, that's blew the gods away.
It's a whole nother one.
Kyle Ken, Super Saiyan God, ascended.
And like you're saying, one of the other interesting things about the Soviet forays into the UAP previously is like it kind of touched off this them trying to come up with a lot of scientific concepts of research for non-traditional propelling engines. So this is what they were saying in the Thread 3 documents, that a lot of these UAP investigations that had these witnesses, that had the evidence that supported that these craft or these phenomena could move in ways that, our craft couldn't, or they moved in ways that defied the normal laws of physics or the physics the way that we understand them. And kind of, so you had a lot of these scientists kind of going into these things of like developing conceptual frameworks for, propulsion engines or, methods of propulsion that don't necessarily, fit to our current understanding of physics. So like, how do these crafts travel in these ways? And so, like plasma driven technology, space warping technology, time space dilation.
And that would kind of fit with Annie Jacobson's kind of theory on Osavikim, is that like they picked up all those kind of like
the
Germany's,
propulsion
like,
stuff.
Propulsion people. So it's like they had maybe already theories, or maybe Germany had already kind of like seen some of these things and like we're working on doing it. So then when Russia got a hold of them, it's like, okay, we know they're doing something different. We know. And so that's why there's this really area of focus for them, because they're seeing these things in action. They have these, the scientists they grab from Osavikim that are like studying in propulsion, and propulsion engineers that are like working on, trying to make some like groundbreaking tech for them.
Well, and it could just be as simple as, you look at, in both Paperclip and Osavikim, they were taking scientists, but what other equipment did they take? What type of fucking technology did they take as well that the Nazis had? We know that the Anna Nerber and all that went to fucking Antarctica and supposedly recovered crafts, right? Maybe that's the type of stuff that they were able to get and reverse engineer.
Dude, that's the craziest stuff, because we talked about it before. What was it? Bob Lazar and Rogan said they excavated some of these craft. So if the U.S. excavated some, the Germans probably excavated. Everyone fucking got one. If that's the real thing, they all found them in different places. And I've always thought about that, like, are they alien? If they're excavating them, or are they fucking been buried over time? You know what I mean? Like how long are these fucking old fucking crafts buried under the
65 million years? Like that's when how long the Autobots are stuck in that volcano.
Because if you have some type of metal that doesn't corrode, doesn't rust, doesn't disintegrate, it's timeless. Especially if you bury it.
Yeah, and dude, some of the other things in the reports, multiple cosmonaut sightings in space between 1960 and 1980, reports from early Russian cosmonauts of unknown objects in orbit, including strange lights, structures, and entities that would approach the spacecraft. They actually were so interested in these, and there were so many of them, that they studied them alongside ground cases for potential extraterrestrial implication, and also started to look into if this was some sort of like psychosis phenomenon of going into space, because they were happening so often that they're like, is this just like some sort of weird hallucination that people have when they go into space because it's happening so often? It's interesting, like fucking interesting stuff, especially when you like, if you remember, like, again, there's so many parallels. Like if you have fucking the moonlight, we got bogies.
Bogies. We got a Santa Claus.
Right? And you're like, what's that about? So it's like when you see these things, it's interesting because it's like, it gives some context of like, kind of breaks the narrative like this only happens to the West, these things. And it's like these exact same things are happening in Russia. They had documented UFO landings across the USSR. Several entries describe physical landings and with traces, burned grass, impressions in soil, electromagnetic effects. Locations span remote areas of Siberia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. Witnesses include geologists and military patrols. Craft described as discs, spheres, and or cylinders, and they leave radiation and physiological effects on observers.
Say that word again?
Physiological.
Oh,
there you go.
There.
Missed the part.
What did I say before?
Physiological.
Physiological. My mental faculties are
mental faculties are disintegrating slowly.
Like mental facilities.
It shouldn't be surprising at all that, that they are either on par or have more, encounters and experiences and landings. It's like, it's the largest fucking landmass. It's
and
the
there's
biggest
so
country. Like
much
it's
vast
common,
nothingness.
Like, yeah, like it makes sense, right?
Russia is the largest country by a significant amount.
It's crazy.
Like, I think it's over almost double Canada.
Dude, the
Canada's
craziest
the
thing
second largest landmass.
Dude,
USA is right there too, and China.
Have you ever fucking looked into Big Map?
Are you talking about the Mercator projection?
No, it's the big map where it's like you can actually see the map that we know and love, all the map. It's like everything's not to scale.
That's what I mean. It's called the Mercator projection.
That's what
Is it? Oh,
that's what it's called. Yeah,
it's because
terrible.
it's skewed as a globe to the northern hemisphere, and it makes everything in the north look huge and everything in the south look small.
Yeah.
So Africa looks tiny, but it's really like all of North and South America fits into Africa almost.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
like so
that's
you can
nuts. Yeah,
you can like pull up a real map and it like has the real proportions and you're like, what?
like Greenland.
I was lied to.
Greenland
This
on a
is
flat
dumb.
map looks gigantic.
Yeah.
It's a huge island, but it's not nearly the size of what it looks like. Maybe someone should have told Trump that. Maybe he wouldn't want it so much. It's actually not that big, man. Forget about it. No, I think that whole thing about like, all right, okay, it's U.S., it's North America, it's Russia, it's China. All these people have seen these things. But then you go back to like, even as far back as all those like fucking cave paintings and stuff. Like how much was seen that you couldn't really document. Maybe there was no written language or they didn't have any way to really put down their ideas over time. Stone paintings was like, or like cave paintings was all they had. Stone carvings was next, because they have some of that stuff on like Göbekli Tepe pillars, right?
Well,
like
wasn't
relief
like,
carvings
was it Vimanas?
Vimanas in ancient India?
They had the fucking paintings of those, if I remember correctly.
Like you even go back to like excerpts from the Bible and stuff. Wasn't it Isaiah and the fucking spinning wheel or what?
Chariots of fire.
Like it's crazy stuff. Like so if ETs are a real entity, they would be so far advanced, like let's say millions of years. Even if you went with like conventional dating of humanity. They keep pushing it back a little bit, but now it's like, what, 300,000, 400,000 years maybe with our like brain capacity. It could be millions and millions of years. Like it could be here forever. We have no idea. We can't even figure out really how old the stone megalithic structures around the world are because there's no way really to date it.
I mean, Braden can't even figure out how to not breathe directly into the mic.
That's not me.
It's you, buddy.
No, it's
not me.
I don't think it is him.
Somebody's double barreling it.
It wasn't
right
me.
now.
Everyone hold their breath. It's Braden.
It was someone.
It's
I'm
fucking
telling
Braden.
you, it wasn't me.
No, it was you.
It's
It
fucking
was
Braden.
1,000% you.
There was
I was
way it was
watching
me.
timing with your breathing. You're just double barreled.
No,
Fuck.
because I was actually looking and I was like, I noticed, I went, who's breathing? That's not me
That's
breathing.
you,
and then you
my
said
friend.
that. It wasn't me.
Double
Someone's
barreled.
doing it right now. I just heard
That wasn't me. Someone's
me.
fucking around here.
it. Dan?
Danner, you got some.
I don't know.
Dan never does it. It's always Braden.
Is my mic too close to my face?
No,
man?
it looks fine. It's Braden.
It's not me.
Don't
It's
try
not
to
me.
push
Don't
this off on
1,000%
someone
you.
else.
I was
It's
watching
not me.
it happen live. Both
No,
fucking
we could just take the
nostrils
probability
flared.
that it was you is because throughout all fucking 500 episodes, it's probably you.
It's you. I can hear it.
That was definitely you.
Yeah, but that's matches.
Flared my nostrils.
That matches.
That wasn't me. Honest to God, it wasn't me
Okay.
before. Because I started hearing it too, and I was like, someone's
Yeah, it's
fucking-
so loud you're hearing it yourself.
Yeah.
It's taking you out.
You know, there's no shame. You will never know shame like I've known shame when you're sitting in the movies with your friend eating popcorn and your friend goes, stop breathing.
Just shut up, dude. I'm trying to watch the movie.
Dude.
Just
stop breathing.
Yeah, well, that's got to be up there with, no, you're an adult. You're not going to shit your pants. You can make it to a bathroom.
Yeah. That's
That's
pretty
also
bad
been a
too.
fucking conversation that we've had.
But dude, especially when you've had like you've smoked a J or something, you're sitting in a movie theater and then you're trying to like eat popcorn and then you're like very like trying to be like,
yeah,
to
but you're
breathe
also
real calm.
double fisting popcorn. So you're like fucking not being able to breathe at all.
I know. And then you're like, and then your buddy's like, stop breathing. You're like, like going fucking.
You're sitting there, you got popcorn all over your chest. So you fucking, your buddy looks at you like you're some fucking scumbag.
Dude, stop breathing.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Just
Shut
stop
up.
breathing.
Stop breathing.
The entire
Both
theater's looking at
Andrew
you.
and Zell have said that to me in movies.
Die,
It's bad.
dude.
It's when you concentrate, it's worse.
It's horrible.
Dude, it's loud.
It's like doing the podcast with you. It's the
Yeah.
same shit. That's all I can hear, man.
You know what? That's one of the only blessings of doing the podcast remotely is that I can actually get rid of your breathing. If we were in the same room, it's almost impossible to get rid of because it bleeds into the rest of the mics in the room somehow. It's fucking bad. And you got a nose job?
I did
It
get
didn't
those
really-
shots.
It's worse
No,
now.
it got worse, dude.
It did
got
not
worse.
get better.
I can suck
Dude, double
more
barrel
air
breathing.
In. I can
That's
suck
what I'm
more
saying.
in.
Most
than
people
ever
only
before.
breathe through one nostril at a time. You're breathing through both now.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually a little congested too. Right
Someone should punch you in the fucking face again. Just fix that.
Get that fucking
Set it
beak
the other
crooked
way.
again, man.
Someone should give you a right hook this time.
now. No,
Not-
it's fixed.
not me.
It's fixed now. It's straight. I don't
No,
need
it's
any
not
right
more.
quite
hook
straight,
sucks.
I don't think.
It is.
Someone's got to give you a
Perfect.
little right hook and snap it back.
Quick one.
Anyways, I think was that it? I think that was all the cases of George Knapp's secret release.
Good ones, anyways.
All the
Yeah.
good
Well,
ones.
I mean, and there
I mean,
might be
there's
more.
technically there is more. Like I said, I think
He's
the
got-
70 pages was from like 700 pages.
Yeah,
that
he's
were
still
released,
working
like,
on
a
it.
It was
while
the
ago,
best of the
but it's
best.
Still,
yeah,
still
give him
working
20
on
more
the
years
cha-
to get the rest out.
Yeah, he's got spent some
Again,
more time with Duolingo.
I mean,
and then, you know,
critical
it'll be all right.
questions of the guy. Like, it's a long time to hold on to these documents for a guy that his whole life is this. You know what I mean?
Is that your final thoughts there, Brain?
That's my final thoughts.
Little long, hey? Little long.
Little long.
No long.
Seems like some of this stuff, I would agree. Some of this stuff is like, if you had it and it was translated, sometimes it's too timely. Sometimes stuff in this genre is too timely for release. You're like, why now? Like, what's coming up?
Well, he's fucking doing it by himself. He's not paying anybody. He's not got anybody on
Yeah,
the
but
payroll.
He's had 3 years of chat GPT.
He would have
They can
told
fucking-
That's a
Corbell,
long time.
and Corbell would
He's
have
an
been
old
like,
man.
"Oh, Knapp's cooking up
maybe
something."
this is a paper and pen guy.
Is there a new
He's a
documentary coming
geese.
out?
We
I
know
think
he's a paper and pen.
Listen,
guy.
he's a fucking geese, We know that. Guy's like 80 years old. He's a paper and pen guy. And like I said earlier, nobody's actually subscribing to Duolingo.
Yeah, he's not even
We're
a
doing
boomer.
the free
he's the
fucking
generation
trials.
before that. What was that? The Great Generation or whatever.
Rosetta
The World War II generation.
Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
The actual Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. He found it.
Smuggled it out of
Yeah,
Egypt.
no, George Knapp has never given me a reason not to trust him.
It's definitely more than a lot of people in the field.
He's been doing he's been doing the media circuits lately.
Got
So
that
it's
sweet
like,
Bob Barker
I mean, he
hair
looks
too. Like
he honestly looks better than he did at Alien Con. So I mean, like
He does.
He's got the files out.
Yeah.
He's been up there, but he's still. The funny thing about Knapp is just like you see him when he does like interviews, like he's on. Like you can tell he's a journalist. Like when he's on, like he's good, and you're like. He knows what he's talking about, and he knows how to frame it. Yeah, he's got some gravitas to him still, and you're like, yeah, Knapp, like, yeah, George, what's going on here, man? Like, I these things. If you said you had to hold on to him, yeah, but just like tell us why you hang out on these, we'll believe you. Like, that's just the way you put it.
Well, yeah, it's all this fucking smokes and mirrors, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, you never know, and I agree with you. It's a little too timely.
Yeah.
Right. And like, again, the guy
We'll ask
works
him if
hand
we
in
ever get
hand
him on the show.
with
We'll get him on the show
Corbell,
one day.
and Corbell can't shut the fuck up about any, like, even no information. So there's no way he didn't know that Knapp had this. And Corbell would have been in every fucking interview, been like, he's working on, he's translating
files.
pages right now. We'll just wait till he drops these.
Corbell would be like, I can't tell you, but I'm going to tell you right now. Like he's
Yeah.
He literally can't
I'm
help
sworn to
himself.
secrecy, but
stuff. We've seen things.
But if I could tell you the guys that have come forward to help us translate and give us stories, I can't tell you anything, and it's classified. But oh my god, it's just insane. It's wild.
Yeah, but no, you got the clearance, eh? Jeremy Corbell, filmmaker, makes sense.
yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. I always, of all these years, I want just a little truth, just a little.
Obama told you the truth. You heard it. You fucking heard it.
You heard it from the.
What else do you need to hear?
I'll hear another.
Then fucking Daddy Dorito skin.
It's too timely. That's what I mean.
Corroborated
Was Obama in the Epstein files? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to fucking cover it up too.
I heard apparently he's only in the files because people were shit talking him. Like that's the only reason he's in the files.
Files. I mean, there's so many people in the files.
That's how you know you're in there for a good reason. Like that's the few people that have had those situations are people that like refused to meet him.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan.
He reached out to Joe Rogan a few times, and Joe's like, no, thank you. Right? Like that couldn't be better.
And it's so funny because Joe talked about that on his show. He's like, yeah, I'm in there and I read it. And he's like, I Googled him and I was like, no. He's like, no. Who's this guy?
Guy's a pedo.
What? Quick Google search? No.
It's a convicted pedophile?
Yeah, no thanks.
Pass on that.
I'll pass.
It should have been what everyone did, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it was.
No, it sucks.
Some people were a little too close post conviction. Before conviction, you don't know. Maybe you don't know. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Post, you're like,
Post 2008, there's no escaping that.
Yeah.
And then I love the people who denied, and you're just like, well, we have evidence.
Anyways, fun. Get back into a little UFO. I mean, we've talked about it over the last couple of years here. The UFO community has been grifted a little bit, I believe, by Elizondo and the crew. Waiting for all this stuff to come out. Nothing comes out ever, dude.
Hey, you know what? Hold on, before we go out to little in
Who's
the UFO
breathing right
community,
It's Dan.
It is
It's actually
It's not-
Dan.
it's not
Holy
me.
shit.
It might
It's
have been
Dan.
I was telling you, it's not me.
I think my mic is too close to my
Yeah, I think some. I'm
you
exonerated.
saw it when I saw it.
Vindicated.
You saw it when I saw
those fucking
it.
nostrils
That
flare.
was
I
crazy.
I thought maybe it was like interference in the line, and I was like, wait, no. Someone's
Dano.
fucking breathing in it.
No, this is a little bit of a sad note in the UFO community. Whether you like him or not, Nick Pope announced that he's battling terminal cancer. He's stepping away.
No.
He's refusing treatment, and he's just going to spend the time with his family. He's lived a good life, and he did a big send off on Twitter. So
I like that guy,
from our
actually.
show to Nick Pope,
friend of the show. Nick
friend of the show.
Is he? He never came on.
He never came on. We met him, but hey, you know what? Listen.
He was a good guy.
All the respect to the guy.
Nice guy.
And hopefully he enjoys all the time he has with his friends and family. And
maybe
shout out
gets
to
a
Nick
miracle.
Pope. Maybe he gets picked up in one of these ships.
I'll fucking
But cheers
I'll have
to
a beer
cheers,
Nick Pope.
cheers to Nick Pope for a whole career in the UFO world.
This week, got a couple beauties supporting the show.
Let's go.
They went to patreon.com. They searched
Their
for
name's not on the list.
Their name is definitely not on the Epstein list. I'll tell you that right now. They're on the ATT list.
Fucking beauty list. Confirmed, not Epstein list.
We got Brenton Appling,
Let's go.
Trevor Brome, Cam Dog,
Hell yeah.
Ryan Dunkerley. We might have read this guy last time, but I did not.
Read it again.
I'm going to read it again because he signed up for a whole fucking year. We got James
That's fucking
Wenkheimer.
Rankheimer. Let's
Support
go.
the show. We
Wenkheimer.
fucking appreciate it.
Weisenheimer.
Wise guy.
Hell yeah.
Weisenheimer.
We appreciate
And
you, buddy.
as we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the
We're going to
skies.
see him after hours.
Skincare experts and dermatologists have often touted the benefits of indoor humidity as essential for healthy, glowing skin. But did you know dry air can start to harm your skin in as little as 30 minutes? For years, many people have relied on humidifiers for better skin, sleep, and overall wellness. But traditional models, bulky, mold-prone, and difficult to maintain. That's where Canopy Humidifier comes in. Recommended by leading dermatologists, Canopy is a completely reimagined humidifier designed to elevate any space, offering the ultimate in skincare and wellness benefits. Canopy's clean moisture combats dryness, dullness, and fine lines while strengthening the skin's barrier and boosting the effectiveness of topical skincare products. With its sleek design, Canopy is the cleanest and easiest humidifier on the market. With its unique technology, cleaning is as easy as popping it in the dishwasher. Go to getcanopy.co to save $25 on your Canopy humidifier purchase today with Canopy's filter subscription. Even better, use code PODCAST at checkout to save an additional 10% off your Canopy purchase. Your skin will thank you.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.